Hi, I'm Becca from Becca Harkins Art, and welcome to Wave Week. This week, I'm going to be putting out a different video every day of a different acrylic pouring wave. I love the ocean, I love the flow of water, and I love the way that acrylic pouring makes the paint flow, and I'm so excited about this week. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do different types of paintings, we're going to do different color schemes, we're going to do different styles of painting, and I am so excited. So I'm so glad you joined me. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button and the notification bell so you don't miss a single wave acrylic pouring video this week. Let's get to it. I have an 11 by 14 canvas that I'm working on today. I have made sure that it's level so that the paints don't run off the side. And I'm going to have the wave start down here and crash up in this direction. I'm going to do chaos pour on this side of the canvas, and I'm going to have it curve into my pearl mixture, and I'm going to hope that the pearl kind of bubbles up behind the chaos pour and creates like some bubbles in the waves. That's my hope. We'll see how it goes. My base paint that is going to fill the negative space is my bubble mixture, which I make approximately 3 parts American Floetrol to 1 part Artist Loft soft body acrylics. The paint mixture is very slippery, so I'm trying to thin out the base a lot so that I don't run the risk of losing too much paint over the edges as the canvas is drying and the paint is setting. The first color that I'm using in my wave background is Titanium Buff. I didn't want to use white under the entire wave because I wanted to create a distinction between the negative space and then the part of the wave. I have had very good luck with Titanium Buff creating beautiful cells and mixing really, really beautifully with a lot of the blues and also with white. So I thought it would be a perfect base layer color for my wave. Normally you don't think about off-white in a wave, but creating a contrast and setting the space apart from the negative space I feel like is really important. The first color that I added to the wave on top of Titanium Buff is Cerulean Blue. On top of that I added Phthalo Blue, and then on top of that I added my own custom navy blue mixture, which is basically a mix between Phthalo Blue and black. I'm really trying to get a good contrast between the different blues to make sure that the wave, yes, is blue, but that it has enough contrast to see the bubbles and to see the nice color of flow. This color here that I'm putting on is Amsterdam Sky Blue Light. Sorry, I forgot about the name for a second. This is one of my favorite colors. It interacts with the paint so nicely and it has such a beautiful tone to it. On top of that, I'm going to add a fair amount of gold, and then after I add the gold, I'm going to add silver. I love putting metallics on top of my other paints because I really find that it helps with beautiful cell creation, and it really adds a shine and adds a contrast once the paints are drying. After I add the silver, I'm going to come in with Amsterdam Pearl Violet, and this color is so cool. If you haven't tried them yet, the pearl colors turn out to be different colors depending on what's under them. So when I put it down there, it pretty much looks like white or maybe a really light silver, but this is actually a violet color. And where the pearl paint ends up over darker colors, say the phthalo blue or the navy blue, it will look purple. Where the paint ends up over lighter colors, like with my white base, it will end up looking a really light violet color. So I think it's really cool, and you can get a lot of different color reactions from them. I love to add them to my paintings. On top of everything, I'm just adding a very thin lines of the same paint that I put on the base, which is my bubble mixture. I'm going for lots and lots of bubbles on this one, and I really want to make sure that the bubble mixture comes through. So I have it on the bottom in the middle, the base in the middle of the canvas, and then I added it on the top, on the edges of the canvas, really hoping for a lot of cells. I'm planning to blow from the bottom up towards the top and ending with the wave curling up and around and then into itself. Because it's going to go straight over the white bubble mixture, I'm hoping to get a lot of cell reaction with the white cells that look like the bubbles and the foam of the wave. I decided at the last minute to come in and add a little bit of turquoise because I really like this color, and I feel like an ocean wave is not an ocean wave without some beautiful turquoise color in it. So I'm coming in and adding that on top of everything else pretty liberally, mostly at the bottom. I'm also adding a touch of cerulean blue at the bottom because as I look at the wave, I realized that it's pretty uniform in color and I wanted it to be a little bit darker at the bottom and a little bit lighter at the top. So I'm adding some more of the blue colors towards the bottom. That's a little bit of the navy. I did bring it up a little bit through the top, but mostly adding it to the bottom. Last but not least, I am going to add some of Golden's turquoise. I know I've talked about this before. This is one of my favorite colors. When the golden turquoise mixes with Floetrol, it has this immediate cell reaction. Super cool. As you watch the drips that I put on there, they start to grow right away. I wanted to go really light with that application because it could completely take over the painting. I didn't want the wave to be completely turquoise, but I do want to have some of that color mixed in. And I just cannot resist that golden paint. It's so cool. Beautiful already. Oh wow, that's so pretty. Oh, woohoo! It's so cool. Okay. I want to get this all the way over the corner. It's a big, big cresting wave. Let's see. Oh, that looks so neat. Really cool. I love what this pearl combination is doing in here in the wave. Really pretty. I might just take this over here a bit. Really nice. I do, so I've got a lot of paint here in the center. I'm gonna try to move it up and out, and I will open this up a little bit when I do that. That will keep getting all that extra white paint out of there, will keep it from pushing out off the edges too much. And that is really pretty. And you can see some of the purple in here. And that is from that Amsterdam color. It's bubbling up beautifully here. We've got a nice foaming in the crest of the wave here. I'm gonna come blow this down a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh, aren't these satisfying? Oh, I love waves. It's just it's picking up the currents, taking it right up and around. So pretty in here. I'd rather it was Oh, I wish I hadn't done that. Let's see what we can do to fix it. Well, first. That looks cool. Yeah, I mean, that still looks really cool. I love it. All right, these waves, they go quickly. They're super fun, super satisfying, and wow, they bring so much color. Okay, here is your up close look, and take a nice close look right now because this is not how it ended up. I set this painting off to the side and came back about an hour later to look at it, and it was a mess. It was everywhere. I had totally lost the shape of my wave. It had kind of collapsed in on itself. Part of the paint had gone off the edges because I left too much on the canvas, and I had to come back and re-blow it in most of the sections. And after I re-blew it, it ended up looking like this, which I think is actually a lot better. I am glad that I wasn't afraid to go and try to fix it. I'm glad that I didn't scrape it. I'm glad that I didn't just let it dry a mess because I think that wave is so cool. It has so much energy, it has so much movement, and it's just really stunning. I am glad that I took the time to make it better, and I'm glad that I wasn't afraid to try something else when my initial idea didn't work out. As always, thank you for joining me today, the first day of Wave Week. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you see when the next painting comes out tomorrow.